Welcome to today's edition of the CIO Water Quality TV. I am joined by Martin Carpenter. Martin, you're one of the co-founders of Techlink Ukraine. We're talking to you because we're following up on a conversation that we've recently had with the IT Association Ukraine, the exec director, Constantine. And he was talking about the fact that it's really important that people understand that the Ukraine is still very much open for business. And you are now providing a solution to try and assist and enable those in Ukraine. Do you want to just explain, before I garble it incoherently any further, do you want to explain exactly what Techlink Ukraine is?
So Techlink Ukraine came out of a conversation about 3 or 4 weeks ago between a couple of us tech leaders in the UK. And we were trying to think of a way that we could practically help people who are obviously being affected by the war in Ukraine. And the thing that came to mind is how about we set up an ability to connect people with work. And initially we thought there are going to be lots of people who have been displaced from the Ukraine, so either working remotely in adjacent states, or actually thinking about how do I get resettled somewhere looking for work. So that's where the idea came about, and it's morphed into something a little bit different over the last couple of weeks. Bearing in mind, we've had feedback from people like Constantine, as you said, and other people who are also trying to do their part to help.
I mentioned you're one of the co-founders. Who are the group of people who come together here?
So there's 10 of us in all, and we're mostly tech leaders from different industries. So we've got Adrian Wakefield, whose bright idea it was in the first place, Freddie Queck, Mark Chillingworth, who lots of people in the community will know, James Thomas, CIO at Welcome, Sean Taylor. So there's a bunch of people. We're also kind of augmented by a lady from Pennington's, who's the head of immigration. So it's what we're trying to do is provide a landing page for people who either want to help in terms of provide assistance for people looking for work, or in fact they may have some enabling services to offer, but also as a direction for people who have been displaced and wondering, what do I do next? I've got some tech skills, whether they're UI, UX, project management, security, whatever it is, and I'm looking for work, and how do I go about it? And we're able to signpost people to trusted websites, but also provide some advice and guidance in maybe setting up work remotely, or if they want to be go through a resettlement program, what are the kind of things that you need to do? So we're working with Avanade, who have very kindly donated a small team to rebuild our original website, which at the moment I freely admit is a bit rubbish. So we're addressing that. And so over the course of the next 10 days to 2 weeks, you'll see a much refreshed website with a lot more content and signposting to help people.
You mentioned there that the offering has gone through a bit of a change from that initial idea. And there you alluded to the fact that you can kind of help people understand kind of trusted sources, trusted websites, etc. What was the feedback that you got from the likes of Constantine? How has that helped shape the offering?
Well, there were two things. So there was, first of all, when we actually started to do a scout around, we found that somebody was doing a fabulous job in remoteukraine.org and posting up jobs for displaced people, as well as enabling people to post opportunities. So that was one area where we actually thought, because they're doing that, there's no point in reinventing the wheel. The second point was when we had a chat with Constantine, and he said, look, the IT Ukraine Association covers about a third of people employed in technology businesses, which is about 100,000 technology businesses in Ukraine. And we just want to show and be able to demonstrate to people that we are still open for work. And I have to say, the clarity of the connection between chatting to Constantine in Kyiv and his assistant, Ola, was really, really clear. It wasn't crackly at all. It was just like talking to somebody who was next door. So we suggested that the IT Ukraine Association use us as a bit of a landing page where we can showcase companies that are looking for work. They're able to post a resiliency statement, so to show how they're working in a resilient manner, to give some assurance to people who may still have doubts about engaging with companies based in Ukraine, and really help make sure that people still view the Ukrainian tech sector as something that's still open and still able to deliver business.
As part of that co-founding team, what ambitions do you have for this platform? Obviously, it's been spun up very quickly in a time of crisis. I suppose you can see all sorts of benefits there for organizations based in Ukraine and linking them up with interested parties.
Yeah,
I suppose the long-term future.
So we, in all honesty, we haven't got to the long-term future. Our real ambition is just to help people maintain a living in the short to medium term, and if we can do that, we will have achieved our aims. There's no, I think when we started this, it was how can we help? What can we do? And we didn't sit around strategizing about what's our short, medium, and long-term goals. Should we do a SWOT and pest analysis? And we just said, right, this is what we want to do. We want to help people, and we want to be able to have a landing page which allows people to maintain a living.
As a team, you mentioned there that there's a lot of people who are well known across the industry, lots of experience, lots of contacts, but what skill sets do you think you need inside your group to help deliver a platform that really does give you the ability to help people?
Well, one of the things that we're really looking for at this very moment is people or organizations who can help out with the comms. So we are looking for help in writing content for our new website. We're also looking for help, and that content will be semi-static. And we're also looking for help for people who are willing and good at managing social media. So those are the two areas where the team really need a little bit of extra help and assistance at the moment.
And have there been any moments where, in the reasonably short time that Techlink Ukraine has existed, where you've gone, all right, that makes this worthwhile? The efforts, the voluntary time outside of your normal day jobs, where you go, this is why we're doing it. Yeah,
we have managed to help some people, and it's really pleasing that we've managed to do that. Very early on, one of the other founders, Neil Dunwoody, managed to make an offer to a lady through one of his business interests, based in Ireland, and offered to do not only the flight and accommodation, but set her and her daughter up with some cash before the job really kicked in. Unfortunately, she decided to turn that opportunity down, and I think it's quite early on in the conflict, and I think what people were still doing was processing what was going on. But that said, we've managed to link up somebody who is based in Ukraine, who's helping to build our new website. So they're working with Avanade, and that's coming along very nicely. And we've also managed to place a couple of people through remote Ukraine as well. And in fact, one of the individuals ended up having 6 people going after him, a UI UX designer. So that was a real success, because there was almost like a mini bidding war going on in the background.
So, in summary, in short, if you're in the UK, why should you go and talk to your co-founding team rather, and to have a look at Techlink Ukraine? What are the reasons for people to seek the service?
I think all people really need to do is look at the television, look at the news, and realise that this is a country based in Europe, going through terrible conflict. And what can we do in the IT community to help help other human beings, given our particular skill sets and interests? So it's just being about a good human being, a good citizen, and getting involved and just doing your part to help out.
And where would someone go to find more information at the moment?
If they go to techlinkukraine.org, it's a landing page. There is a opportunity to register as an individual, as well as a organisation, and it will give you a couple of additional links in there, including to a Facebook group which has been set up.
Amazing. Look, Martin, thank you very much for your time today. Thank you for your efforts as well. I hope that they do manage to help many people, and have a very good evening.
Thank you very much.